Welcome to our podcast on feeding your baby. Today, we are going to discuss the pros and cons of breast versus bottle and what the big fuss about breastfeeding really is. At the end, there is also a list of places in your local area that you can contact for friendly help and advice. So, what is the big deal about breastfeeding? 8 out of 10 women begin breastfeeding after having a baby for many reasons. Firstly, it is the best formula for your baby, since it is a natural, living substance which helps defend your baby against common infections and provides exactly the right balance of nutrients for a healthy, bouncing baby. This means that your little one will have less diarrhea and vomiting, a lower chance of getting eczema than a bottle-fed baby, and when your little one grows up, they're less likely to be obese or develop diabetes. Studies also say that a strong bond develops between you and your baby during breastfeeding, and that the skin-to-skin contact with your baby is a bit of much-needed TLC for both of you. Finally, with a new addition to the family comes great expense. New babies can be extremely expensive as they rapidly grow out of their clothes and toys, not to mention all the nappies that your baby will need. So why not save yourself some money each month? Breastfeeding is completely free. Although it's clear that breastfeeding is best for baby, you may have heard that breastfeeding will ruin your figure and make your breasts lose their shape and change size. This is a myth, as there is no evidence that your breasts will get saggy from breastfeeding. In all honesty, any sagging a woman gets is due to aging and build-up of fat. Alongside the benefits for your baby are the health benefits that you will experience. If you breastfeed, you will have a lower chance of breast and ovary cancer. Breastfeeding also acts as a natural contraceptive, and in most cases, you won't get your periods back until you stop breastfeeding. The last thing you want to be worrying about at this busy time is that time of the month. Another big positive on top of the health benefits of breastfeeding is that you will lose that baby weight much faster than if you bottle feed. In order to produce milk with the nutrients for your baby, your body burns roughly 500 calories per day. That's a pretty amazing figure just for cuddling your little special person. You may know many people who choose bottle feeding, and you might think that it's a lot less hassle than breastfeeding, but it does come with its own problems. Firstly, people believe that it's more convenient than breastfeeding, but when you realise how much trouble it takes to sterilise bottles, buy all the equipment, mix up the formula, and heat up the milk to just the right temperature, this can easily take up a lot of your time. In actual fact, for a mum, breast milk is available at any time, is completely free, and already at the correct temperature for your baby. Studies also show that mums who use formula milk take their babies to the doctors more often than those who breastfeed. So, save yourself the time and worry of visiting the GP. Secondly, you might think that formula milk is the only way for friends and family to feed your baby. This is not true, as it's perfectly possible to express breast milk and store it for someone else to give your baby as a fast and healthy snack. You should try to breastfeed within 1 hour of giving birth, but for further details, please see our next podcast on techniques and tips for breastfeeding. So, you've listened and looked at the facts of breastfeeding and bottle feeding, and we hope that you make the choice that is best for both you and baby. We know the path to being a perfect mum is tricky and sometimes pretty tough, so here are a few places that can give you some useful help. Before birth, you can contact your GP or midwife, and after birth, try your midwife, health visitor, or alternatively, Godmanchester Children's Centre is available for all Huntingdon and Godmanchester mums, and the groups will be a chance to swap stories with other mums and get advice from ladies going through similar things to you. Thanks for listening, and check out our other podcasts on common concerns and techniques and tips for breastfeeding.